Where's your Poncho? How the hell you been, man?
I've been pretty good there, Cletus. How you doing, Rufus?
I'm doing mighty fine. I put a ring on it.
You put a ring on a
that's
gator?
right. You put a ring on that gator.
on it. I caught
my
one of them
God.
good gators,
He caught one of them good gators and he slowed a ring right on there,
Yeah, I got engaged on Monday.
Bro, you can't be the one to announce it. I was gonna announce it. Congratulations.
We'll go announce it.
Well, Jared over here got engaged. So,
Yep.
Congrats, buddy. We all love you more than her.
Big oof. You were just
Yeah,
jealous
I'm
of
going-
Joe.
Yeah. He's like, damn, Joe got married.
I was like, wait, Joe got
Yeah,
married?
I
Hold
need to-
on. Hold on. I got to step my game up.
Damn, that's right.
Meanwhile, me and
Damn
Chris
right.
are like, huh?
Which actually,
Travolta.
that leads into our topic pretty well.
it does?
How to meet people, man.
What are you trying
Yeah.
to say?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Oh, wow.
He gone.
Just middle of the episode, ghosted. Oh, he's back.
I mean, never mind. That terrible transition's dumb.
yeah, that was awful. That was bad.
that
was real
That was
bad.
mean.
That was mean. That was hurtful. One would say.
Jeez. Maybe we should go
Damn
meet
it,
new people.
Rufus! You can't be saying shit like that on the episodes.
That's for post-production only. Post-production.
Pros productiones when you mix a little bit of macaroni in there.
Hydrate.
For our Italian viewers.
That was not. What the fuck?
Well then.
Anyway,
Anywho,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're keeping all this or what, but
we'll
we do.
go over it.
Sorry, you're in for a treat. Welcome back to Lessons Learned Podcast, where we aim to turn our experiences into your wisdom.
Well, what is it, season 1?
I'm here with Jared, aka Rufus, and Randy,
Yeah.
aka Poncho.
Love
Our
that.
alter
Today-
egos.
Today we're going to be congratulating Jared Rumsey on his engagement, first off. So, congrats, buddy. Yeah. That's big news.
Thank you.
Big
I did
news.
it in Florida. Florida was great. Drank every day. So
Who
Good
are
for
you?
We're in Florida, man. I'm a little more tan, although this light kind of whites it out. But I am
Yeah.
a little tan. And yeah, I did put a ring on it
Nice.
on Sunset
awesome.
at the beach.
Nice.
Their whole family was there.
Wow,
great.
that's
a lot of
some big
pressure.
pressure.
Yeah. Dude, actually,
Whoa.
Bold strategy,
Actually,
Cotton.
little plug for the Whoop. I had my Whoop strap on, and we were chilling on the beach. We were just sitting on a towel talking, and we were not moving around at all. And I checked it, and my heartbeat was like 141.
Damn, dude.
Damn, go do some cardio. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome,
but
though,
it's-
dude.
Yeah, it was great, and
You're
it's good to
sitting
be
there
back.
like, she's gonna say no. She's gonna say no. Oh my god. No,
Yeah.
congrats, bro. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm very happy for you and her. Just know that you still have to hang out with me. So
Yeah, and I still have to come
Shoot.
record on Saturdays,
yeah, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to meet a bunch of new friends, and that's what today's episode's about: how to make new friends and how to meet new people. That is a transition, bro.
That's
You
way
did the
better
thing,
than,
see?
yeah.
That's it.
How
I'm
I'm
like the
before.
king of it. Oh my god, I'm so good at that. It's unreal.
He's pretty good at it. I don't think his
Yeah,
head any
you
bigger
know,
than it is.
it's pretty big. But also, there's a book, How
Wow,
to Win
book
Friends
plug
and
early.
Influence People. Isn't there, Jared Rumsey?
Yeah, there is. That's a great
Have you
book.
read that book? You've
I
read
have.
it?
Mhm.
See, I haven't yet. So what can you tell me? I can tell you that it's on audible.com free for 30 days if you click the link in our description.
the link.
Clink the
Clink
link.
it.
Click the link.
No.
Clink,
Clink
clink,
it.
link.
It's
Clink
clink the
the
link
link.
from now
Clink
on.
that link.
Clink the link.
Clink that link.
Clink that link.
Hashtag.
Yeah, if you guys want
Um,
Audible free for 30 days, it's an affiliate link, so you'd help support the show. We appreciate you, and you can learn how to meet friends and influence people. Thanks.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway from that book, it's a great book, by the way. I think everyone should read it. And actually, I think I should read it again. But one of my biggest takeaways was when you meet someone, think about them. Like, don't think about yourself at all. Think about them and just be super interested in that person and ask them questions about themselves. Like, have them speak more than you do and just show an interest in that person. Because the last thing you want is to meet someone new and then them just talk about themselves the entire time. We were just talking about this a minute ago a little bit.
Yeah, it's the worst. I've been on a few dates where it's like, can I talk?
Yeah. and then you know, think about what the other person wants. So those are the two biggest takeaways for me from that book. But yeah, check it out. Clink the link.
Clink that
Clink
link.
the link. Did I really say clink?
Yeah, you said
I
clink.
think I did.
That
Yeah,
link.
When I got to the word link, I was like, wait, I put an N in the previous word, and that should have been that.
do a big word across the screen. Clink
That link.
My brain is so fast that I knew I had misspoke as I was on the next word. Like, I was like, wait a second. that
Usually,
didn't
if your
seem
brain's really fast, you catch it before you misspeak. But okay.
Damn. And we lost Chris.
Broken.
And
You're not
Poncho
wrong.
coming in with that
You're not
fire.
wrong.
Sliding in there.
I didn't say it was a big brain. I said it was fast. Maybe it's a little delayed. Who knows? Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm trying to make a point. I'm dumb. Okay, I'll take the L on this one. I do need to meet new friends and new people. So how am I gonna do that? See, look at this transit, dude. I'm so good.
Well, I would say for starters, and I think it's one of the biggest issues that I run into living kind of where I live, and Chris can attest to this a little bit. A lot of people just aren't open to it. Like, you got to be like willing and open to meet new people. Like, if somebody comes up to talk to you, you know, be willing to do it. Like, just for instance, me and my buddy that I work with were at the Mets game last night, and the people that we were sitting next to just started talking. He was keeping a book during the game, and people started asking him about the book, and like we just started talking. Instead of just kind of like brushing them off, we were like open to the conversation, and we talked to them. They actually ended up being really cool people. Now, are we gonna like go and hang out with these people outside of that, you know, scenario? No, but it's kind of the same principle where you just have to be open to having the conversation with somebody.
yeah, I do like that, and that's what the Midwest is really good at. These people are too nice a lot of the time. These people, I'm sorry. Midwestern people.
What do you mean these people?
Citizens of the Midwest are very nice people, but sometimes they're a little too nice, and it drives me nuts because I want to be an introvert, and when I get to a four-way stop, I want to go and order and not just be waved on, even though I got there last. Anyway, but yes, they will strike up a conversation with you anywhere you go, and it's really cool. It's nice to have. It kind of brightens your day a little bit. You know, you could be having a bad day, someone randomly starts talking to you, and I do it all the time, even just going to the grocery store. It's great.
Yeah, I know I've talked about it before, but like the time
I don't want to
was
hear a
out
damn
there.
story about the grocery store
Yeah.
going and everyone said hello, good morning. Everyone,
Yeah.
I've heard that like a million times
Yeah.
already.
Well, you know, but that's what happened. But
damn
like,
it,
it's just-
Poncho.
Yeah.
It's just different. You know, it's so much different from where I am. It's crazy how that's like such a difference just 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. You know, I don't know, Bill, because like when me and Talon came home, I feel like I really get your perspective. I think you're kind of stuck thinking that because when I came home, I was like, huh, people are a lot friendlier than I remember. And like we went out to Crows and the bar and stuff. I mean, not nearly as much as out here, right? But I think you just have to keep an open mind as well. And yeah, you're gonna get that jerk who doesn't want to talk or anything or whatever. But I think generally, if you start the conversation, someone will join in. So you gotta not be afraid to start a conversation with someone. And it's pretty simple. You know, compliment them.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather's great today. That doesn't get anywhere, man. that gets you like small talk and like, oh, okay, gotta get lost. But yeah, if you have something interesting to say.
Yeah, compliment on something that they're wearing, or like if you're a girl, compliment like them on their nails or their hair and ask them where they went. I know that's a big one for women. And so are we talking about like if you move somewhere new or you move to a new place? And
No, it's just if you want to meet new people, make new friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just go out and I don't know. I like coffee shops. I know Chris likes coffee shops too. Randy, you might fancy a coffee shop.
You might.
I do like my coffee shop here and there.
So yeah, I mean, just going to a coffee shop and sitting in there for an hour or two on your laptop, like editing photos, and if you want to meet new people, and maybe you're not an extrovert like me, I would never. Like, I don't think if I was sitting in a coffee shop, I would just get up and, like, start talking to people. Maybe if I saw them editing photos on their laptop or something, I'd be like, hey, that's really cool. I just noticed that. And
well, I think what we're trying to get at here is, like, Chris and you both started to go toward it is talking to, like-minded people, finding people who are interested in similar things that you are. So, like, you guys talking about going to a coffee shop. That might work better for you guys than it will for me, because that's just something like going to a coffee shop to edit photos or something. That's something you guys might do. Probably not something that I'm going to do. So for me to do that, like, I'm not really going to be able to strike up as much of a conversation. However, for like me, like, I go to the gym. I talk to people at the gym all the time. When I go to the gym, it's like, I feel like everybody knows me there. Because you're talking about like-minded things. Like, you're talking about things that you and the other person are interested in. So I think that's another important part of it, is to find people who are into the same things you are. And Chris has talked about this a lot before, is like using groups on social media is a great way to do that if you want to find, you know, new people in new place, or even in the same place. But yeah, like, if you want to meet people like that, go places that you like to go and talk to the people who are there.
Man, I hate talking to people at the gym.
Dude, you're full of it. You talk to so many people in the gym, way more than I do, because I don't feel comfortable, and you're like this godly figure in the gym, and you strike up conversation with people. I'm like, damn, how'd you just do that? And I like to think I'm a little bit extroverted, and like in the gym, I kind of shut down, and I'm there just to work out, and I focus on myself, and like kind of don't even look around. But you're like interested in people. You're like, see what they're doing, see how they're. Dude.
It depends on what mood I'm in. Like, half the time, if I have my earbuds in, like, I'm just getting after it, especially if I have a long workout. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Other times I do tend to talk to people.
I think I get where Jared's coming from here, because I am the first one to say my goal in the gym is to get in, work out, and get out, and not like waste time and chat and socialize. But at the same time, I enjoy that interaction.
Yeah, I guess you can have both.
Yeah, like
you can have both.
Like, you know, again, like I said, it's kind of like the best of both worlds. Like, I find that a lot of the places I go, I don't really connect with the people in those places. So the gym is like my place where that happens. So as much as I want to get in and get out and like get my workout done, and I don't want to waste time, at the same time, like, that's where I'm getting that connection and like talking to people that I enjoy talking to.
Yeah, gotcha. It is about like-mindedness for sure. Because Jared and I both like coffee, both like photos. He's looking at getting a camera. I'm going to say it here for the internet to hear, so you have to do it, dude. You're going to be held to a standard now that you must meet. Yeah, anyway, back to Jared's point. If I did see someone editing photos in a coffee shop, I would talk to them. But I've done it, actually. Like, hey, dude, that's really sick. And sometimes, you know, I'm like, and it's not girls or guys. It's like whoever. Whatever, it could be either is what I'm getting at. I can't talk right now, but yeah, I've done that, and sometimes I'll be like, you know, like when it's, oh, thanks, dude, and then like that's it, and they turn back around. And sometimes I get people who just like have a conversation, and it's great. I remember flying, don't remember where I was flying, somewhere. It might have been Philly, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Philly,
flying home, I think. Philly. And I just had my camera bag with me, and it had the tripod on the back of it. And these two girls sat next to me, and they're like, "You photographer?" I was like, "Yeah." And we talked the whole flight.
No.
Like, that's literally all it took. Yeah. No. Oh, man. But no, it's like, it's just that simple. And I didn't even start the conversation. You know, they just meant they saw the tripod, context clues, right? Are you photographer? No. Would have been hilarious. But that's all it takes, is for you to notice something small and compliment it, or like, you know, inquire about said object. So for Jared, if he's out and about and he sees someone wearing no bull shoes, I've literally seen him do this. Hey, really like those shoes, those are awesome. And the conversation started, man. Like, that's it.
Yeah. And I think you know, that brings us right into another point. Chris, nice transition. Didn't even try. Is that like get out of your bubble, like that's around you. Like I feel like so many people just walk around like this all day long.
He's looking at his phone,
buried in the phone.
by the way.
They walk around like that. If you were watching on YouTube, you'd see that. Walk around buried in the phone, and then like they just miss out on so much, and they miss those small details where they might be able to strike up a conversation with somebody. Where it's like you might meet somebody who's really cool into a lot of the same stuff as you because you might have noticed the shirt they had on or the shoes they were wearing, where you could have talked to them. But like if you're so involved in yourself and your own little world, you're not going to make those observations.
One thing I think I sold on Facebook Marketplace something hockey related. Forget what it was, but then turns out the guy was also a mountain biker around here, and he's like, "Hey, are you part of this group?" I was like, "I am part of this group." He's like, "Oh, we should go mountain biking together one time." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm down," but I never hit him up because at the time I already had a bunch of people I was going with, and now I don't, and now I forgot his name. But I should have saved it.
That's another thing, though, right? Like being too busy.
Yeah.
Like being too busy. Yeah, if your life's too busy and hectic, then you might not want to. You might not have the mentality of meeting new people.
Well, we're talking if you do, right? So if you do have the time and you do want to, and you're trying to figure out how, these are some ways that I've personally done it a bunch of times. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's like the like-mindedness, and I sat here yesterday. Jared canceled on plans last night, and I got pissed off. I was like, damn. Well, now what do I do?
Way to go, Rumsey.
Sorry, bro. I got a lot of cleaning done.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just telling you how I felt. So I got mad.
Shame.
I was like, well, shit. Now what's my Friday night plan? I'm going to stay home and watch hockey like I did all week.
Nice.
That's my fault, though. Like, I should have gone out. I should have gone out and done something. However, my hobbies, the ways that I will meet people, the ways that I want to meet healthy people instead of drinking, because that's all there is to do in this state is drink. It was too late to go to a coffee shop. It was dark. Couldn't go mountain biking. Couldn't go biking on the trails with my road bike. Couldn't play hockey. So for me, I felt kind of lost last night a little bit. I was like, damn, what do I do now? And so that's kind of tough. You gotta understand that might happen sometimes. But maybe what you could do, what I was thinking to myself last night was, if I just go to bed early, I can wake up like real early and then go to a coffee shop and, you know, maybe I'll meet someone there, like a new friend there or something. Someone to replace Jared at the coffee shop. But I'm just kidding.
When he's clearly not going to be friends with us anymore, as per the intro.
Yeah. But no, just so keep in mind, like do stuff that you enjoy and kind of think about the scenario that you're putting yourself in. If you go to a bar and you're going to get drunk and party on a Friday or Saturday night, what type of people are you going to meet? You might. I met my ex-girlfriend at a bar, and we all know how that ended. But it was you got to think of who you're going to meet. It could be the one-off, like someone who has their life together and is just going to blow off steam with some friends, but they're probably not going to be at the club. They might be more at like a cocktail bar or something chill. But if you're just going to go party like a college kid again, which we're all too old to do anymore, you're probably going to meet people.
What's up, guy?
Dude, you do not. Whatever. I'm not even going to start it. But you're probably going to meet people that, you know, a few weeks from you talking to them are going to realize, hey, you know, maybe this isn't for me. And you got to realize that before you start going down that rabbit hole and wasting your time.
Yeah.
So
No, that's for sure. And I would say I've run into that even, again, in places where you meet people who are, quote, like-minded people. Like, there's people I've met at the gym who I'm like, hey, this guy might be a cool person to hang out with. And you hang out with them a few times and you see what they're like outside of that environment. And you're like, all right, maybe this person's not the person I thought they were. And then, you know, at that point, you just kind of cut ties. Like, you know, don't waste your time. Don't waste their time. Just like you would with a relationship, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a relationship. Yeah. You know what's funny is I think Jared, Talon, I got a bunch of friends from work who, when I first got here, I had been to the squadron for 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. And, like, we knew each other, but we never hung out.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that? Because I had my friend group, man. And that kind of, I was like, well, I'm comfortable. Kind of what we were talking about before. Like, I don't really have room for new people in my life. But turns out the people I was hanging out with was a bad influence. But it was kind of what I wanted at the time. Dude, my computer's going nuts right now, flashing lights on my face. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
Meanwhile, in post-production.
Wait, hold on. That's better. Yeah. So just be aware that the people that can be your best friends ever could be right around you right now. And all it takes is you mentioning something or starting a conversation with them.
Yeah.
I know I was leaving work yesterday. And this guy who I've never hung out with, but like I'm cool with in the squadron. I've just never hung out with him. He's like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And I said, hey, I don't know. I don't have anything planned yet. You trying to hang out? He's like, yeah, maybe. I was like, what do you want to do? I don't really drink. He's like, yeah, I know. I do. I was like, well, sorry, dude. But, you know, if I really wanted to, if I found something to do, I could have invited him and then could have hung out with him. It's that simple. Just asking people.
Yep. Yeah. Another thing, too, is to try not to make... like immediate judgments either. I know this is again something we've talked about in the past, but ties into what we're talking about. There's a guy that goes to my gym whose name is Chris, and he's actually a cool dude. But when he first started going to the gym, it was like right after COVID, and like everybody was getting back to the gym and stuff. And the first couple months or so, I'd say I saw him there. I was like, oh, it's like he's just another one of these guys, like one of these kids who's just here to look at himself in the mirror and just really annoying and all this crap. And
I don't know where we're
Chris,
where our screens.
point the other way because on mine
I'm pointing it.
Yeah, you're pointing.
I'm pointing at Chris.
Yeah, you're not pointing at anyone. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, I got talking to him because he was friends with somebody else that I was friends with, and we had like one conversation. I'm like, all right, actually, he's pretty cool. And the next few times I saw him at the gym, we talked more and more. And it turns out he's actually a really cool guy. He's really down to earth. And a lot of it on his end of it was the people he was around. So, like, he was kind of acting a certain way because of the people that he was with. Now I notice he's got, like, a different group of people that he kind of hangs out with there. And he's a totally different person. I think it's more of the person he really is. So I think he may have had that realization as well of, like, is this the person I want to be and the people that I want to hang out with, or do I want to be more me and find a different group of friends? And I think he's done that, and I do really like him now. Like, I enjoy talking to him at the gym. We help each other. Like, if he sees I'm doing something wrong, he says something, and vice versa. And it's like that kind of relationship. Now, again, probably not going to hang out with him outside the gym. Like, we're different age groups and different places in life, kind of. But at the same time, it's just like that connection and making that connection and talking to new people.
How old is this dude?
He's like in his early 20s. Like 21.
2, 3?
Yeah, like 2021, yeah.
He's 2 years old.
He's 2.
He's 2 and he's bench pressing 350.
Just little Tony
he's the
putting
most
up
jacked
plates.
2-year-old ever.
That was a great point because hello, reel it back in, Chris. Realizing the people you're around, right? Are they bad influences or not? I touched on it and you mentioned it. It kind of affects who you are. And, I don't hang out with people that just go out and drink all weekend anymore. In fact, like, I've denied a ton of invites recently. They're like, hey, we're going out. Do you want to come? Or like, nah, I'm good, man. I want to wake up early and do something productive with my life instead of being hungover.
If you hang out with jabronis, you're going to be a jabroni.
Oh, jabroni.
Boom. Jared's best input
Bringing
ever
back
since
a
we
good
started the
one.
show.
Yep.
What do you think, Jared? What do you think? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on this? Well, first of all, like, do you have the time? Are you hanging out with a bunch of jabronis? If you are, maybe you should go to the coffee shop or go, I don't know, anywhere. If you like golfing, go to the golf range or the golf course. They don't call it a range, do they?
The driving range.
Driving range. There you go.
Sport ball.
Do something you enjoy and like put yourself in the environment and in the mindset of meeting new people. I think that's the biggest thing because if you go somewhere and you're like, oh man, I'm uncomfortable being in this coffee shop, and you have like you're like sitting in the corner with your laptop facing you, like
That would be me.
doing your thing.
That would be me 100%.
But no one's gonna approach you. You aren't gonna approach anyone. But if you sit in like this table with a seat across from you, and you're like open in the middle of the room, like you choose your placement in the setting as well. So like if you're in a bar, don't sit in the corner. You know, if you're at a bar, like sit with one arm on the bar and like one arm holding a drink with like an open posture at the bar.
Ooh, yeah, look at this guy.
You gotta think about your, like, if before someone ever talks to you, like they can tell so much about you just by your body language. So just, you know, I don't know, look up, I'm not an expert by any means, but look up an article, look up a YouTube video on like how to posture yourself to meet new people. Yeah, like
Clink the link.
or clink the link. Clink the link below.
I hate you guys so much. I need new friends.
Your body language needs to be open and inviting. Yeah, I mean I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's awesome.
Jared's been
I think when
manipulating us for years just with his body.
Yeah. With his body, or
Like
his
this,
body
you're
language?
gonna
Body language.
like
Oh.
here's my disappointed look, my philosopher's face.
Your philosopher's
Like
stone face.
one arm,
Yeah.
eyebrow pushed up.
You look like a tool.
But then
I
people will
would
come
talk
up and
to you.
talk
I
to
can't
him.
help it, man.
You're gonna attract
I just
tools.
can't help it. Rufus always looks like a tool.
Rufus is a tool. No, that's a good point. I was gonna say something. We might have to cut this out because I lost my train of thought entirely.
Well,
it's okay.
there is definitely something that can be said for that, because there's been times where I'm guilty of it myself, where like I'll go to a bar and I'll sit at the end of the bar and just kind of like, you know, bury myself. Usually if I'm at a bar, I'm with at least like one other person. And it's like we go and sit down at the end and just like talk and kind of bury ourselves away from everybody else. So it's like we're not really opening ourselves up to that new person or new experience. So there's definitely something that can be said for that, and how you position yourself and how you posture yourself. Like you have to look like you're open to having a conversation as well as being open to having a conversation.
Yeah, you can't look like you're open and then just get lost, punk.
Yeah.
Go on, get.
Yeah,
Beat
go
it.
on, get out of here, beat it, scram,
I'm here
get.
to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Oh my god, this is getting off the rails. I did notice when we were home, Randy, and we went to the coffee shop. You seemed like you were enjoying it, but you were out of your element.
Mhm.
So it was funny because me and Talon too. Talon's very fidgety and like would like. I mean, Talon's a genius. He would, you know, if something comes up, he Googles it right there. We were talking about Scotland. He was on his phone the whole time looking up Scotland. Where I'm just like, I'm lounging back in the chair, man. I got my cup of coffee. I've got my iPad out, working on some photos. And I'm like, you know what? This is nice. And then I look over at Randy, and Randy's kind of like,
I have my coffee.
just like looking around and like, it wasn't his element. So be aware. Like, what is your element? Go to your element. Do the things that you enjoy. That is the biggest thing. I have met so many people through that exercise, practice. Of doing what I like, and then like-minded people are there. Like when we went hiking, we met a ton of people there. When we go to the gym, you meet people there. When I play, I expressed my interest in hockey at work. I met people that played hockey. I then met a team in Omaha. I then met other teams in Omaha, and now I have like this huge hockey social group here in Omaha. And like
The pheasants.
the pheasants, snipers, pirates, all of them, dude, all of them. But yeah, so it's little things like that maybe you don't think about, maybe are common sense. But if they are common sense to you, like act on it. You know, do that. If you are in the boat where you're trying to meet new people, and like maybe you're just with a group of people that you really don't want to associate yourselves with anymore. I think we've all been there. Just do what you enjoy. Like be who you are. And I think that's the biggest part of growing up, is becoming who you actually are and who you're proud of being. And then the rest and like-minded people and good people will fall into your life as you need it. So I think that's a great place to end it, unless you guys have any other points. Cool.
No, we're
No,
good.
sounds good.
Let's do
Wrap
it.
it up.
So cut
Good
that
job,
out,
Cletus.
and then I'll go in there. So yeah, so hopefully you liked today's episode. It was a little more fun, so thanks for bearing with that. atrocity that is Rufus, Cletus, and Poncho.
Poncho.
But
Poncho, bro.
hey, click the link in the description. Did it on purpose that time.
Click that
Gonna
link.
switch the flip a little bit. Oh.
It didn't come very
Yeah.
organically, though.
So organic.
Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Share the podcast with people. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something from it, please share it. Help us grow. Click subscribe on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, click the little bell. And I'm stealing Jared Rumsey's thunder once again, like when he said he got engaged and then I asked about housing
Gosh,
market.
come on.
So I apologize. But
Come
anyway,
on.
Jared, love you, buddy. Congrats on the engagement again. And take away the outro.
Thanks again, bud. And yeah, this has been Lessons Learned. So thank you for watching. Be sure to click the links in the bio, and let us know what videos you like, what topics you like. And yeah, new episode every Monday. But until then, we will
See ya.
see ya.